Alright, what's going on, everyone? Dude, the lighting is so trash. Whatever. What's up, everyone? Today, we're going to be putting the 10 greatest centers of all time on the teams with basically the worst centers. So, I was originally going to do like the 10 worst centers are replaced with the 10 best centers of all time. But overall-wise, you end up getting 13. So, we started like the Wizards, Nets, and Warriors all have 77 overall centers. Then like the Thunder, Spurs, Hornets, Celtics all have 78 overalls. And then the Bucks and Clippers have 79 overalls. And then there are basically 4 teams with 80 overalls as centers who are fighting for that last spot. So we're just going to include all of them. And only 10 of these teams are going to get an upgraded center. So we're going based off of this list. Instagram. Ugh, fuck, I hate when that happens. Instagram account is the Sports Expert YT. He made a list of his top 10. I like this account, and so whenever I see something that I like, I'll make a video on it, or using it. So yeah, we're just gonna use this list. So we're gonna start at 10, then we're gonna go 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I hope everybody is in 2K. If not everybody's in 2K, I'm pretty sure all these players are in 2K. But if one of them's not, then the team that gets picked for it is just screwed. I'm not dealing with it. I'm not giving them like another center or something. We're just doing it. So this is for Bill Walton. And we get the Hornets. So that's cool. Actually kind of interesting. Because I don't think the Hornets aren't really like insanely good in 2K. So that's kind of what I want, but I wouldn't be upset if a couple good teams get good centers, like the Bucks. But if the Bucks get a good center, like, then I want like a couple other really good teams to get good centers. Because if the Bucks get a great center, then they have him, they have Giannis, they have Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday. Like, they're gonna dominate. Like, we got the Warriors getting Patrick Ewing. That's amazing. That's amazing. They'll be able to compete with the Bucks. That's actually gonna be interesting. Obviously, I would have preferred if it was just like 10 trash teams and see how well those teams do. But that'd be a little boring because then I do like the top 10 point guards of all time. And it'd be the same thing. So the Spurs, actually that's kind of funny. It lined up with David Robinson. That's actually pretty funny. That's kind of uneventful. I don't know. Spurs usually are trash. I just did a video where I brought Tim Duncan back, and they were literally the worst team in the league. Pacers. Gonna get Moses Malone. Fuck. Was that the Pacers? I think that was the Pacers. I hope that was the Pacers. Then we got the Celtics getting Hakeem. Bro, Hakeem is the greatest player in 2K. That's not cap. That's not cap. They are the best team in 2K. So that's gonna be an issue for other teams. Clippers getting Shaq. That's going to be pretty good, too. What am I saying? Pretty good. All, like, these guys is just going to be ridiculous. I don't know how well Bill Russell's going to be in 2K. I don't know what his offense is like in 2K. I'm assuming because he's an all-time great, he's going to be, like, one of the best. Or, like, he's still going to do amazing. Wizards get Bill Russell, which actually really helps for defense-wise. What was that? Wizards. And then we have Raptors getting Wilt Chamberlain. That's going to be disgusting. He is literally one of the most dominant players of all time. Raptors. I deadass could not think. And then the Knicks are going to get Kareem. Okay. So, I for the most part, I like the teams that were picked. I'm happy the Nets didn't get it because then they would have won. The Thunder would have been probably very uneventful. And then the Pelicans actually would have been pretty interesting, but they're usually pretty dominant in 2K, so that's kind of annoying. But you know what? I think the teams that I wanted to get the players got the players, and so we'll see what happens. Alright, so we're back. Rosters are made. This is what the Bucks are looking like. Honestly, really, really nice. Do I want to throw one of them at power forward now? I think I throw Bobby Portis at power forward and PJ Tucker at small forward. Just so, like, the lineup's good. I want to make sure the lineups aren't, like, fucked. So I guess we're gonna change some stuff up. But I just want to make sure everything's good. Make sure the reserves are good. Celtics, literally, I'm gonna say they're gonna be the best team solely because I know how great Hakeem is. Like, if it was just a different 98 overall player, I may not be saying this, but because of how good Hakeem is in 2K, I think I'm gonna say they're gonna be the best team because they're not necessarily a deep team. Like, they're not really that deep, but like, I know how great he is. And you have Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. So Clippers with Shaq, like that starting five is ridiculous, and it's a deep team. Shaq's great, but I'm telling you, man, 2K loves Hakeem. Hornets, I mean, I expect them to be, you know, in the playoffs, but that's really it. I don't see them contending. Knicks, I like them. Same thing as the Hornets. I don't think they're going to be contending. I'm not sure how much 2K loves Kareem. I think 2K really likes Kareem, so we'll see what happens. They have Malcolm Brogdon coming off the bench. That's not happening. But their starting five's so good now, and now they have like a superstar caliber player. So I think they could be real players. But I feel like 2K hates the Pacers. So Raptors looking nice. Wilt Chamberlain just gonna dominate. Spurs, David Robinson. I mean, we brought Tim Duncan back, and literally they were the worst team in the league. So I'm not expecting too much. Warriors, they're going to be super dominant. They actually have a really deep team, I feel like, now, with having Patrick Ewing at center. So I think they're going to be pretty solid. And then the Wizards, I don't think they're going to be that good. I still think they're going to be bad. They might be pretty solid with Bill Russell, but, like, I don't see them even getting out of the first round. That's just my opinion. They still have Denny Avdija and Rui in the starting lineup, and they have hella centers coming off the bench. Like, they have all big men coming off the bench. So we'll see what happens with them. But the Celtics are definitely the ones I'm going to be keeping my eye on. Alright, so Wilt Chamberlain ended up winning MVP. So I guess he is super dominant in 2K. Bill Russell, Defensive Player of the Year. Yeah, he, I think, always wins it when he comes back. Shea put up 32.5. What the fuck? I've never seen that. At least not after the first year. And then, okay, they went... Raptors win 65-17, so yeah. Wilt Chamberlain wins All-NBA first team. And none of the other centers got on the All-NBA team. Bill Russell and Shaq were both all defensive teams. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the teams made the playoffs. And there were 10 teams. So let's see who didn't make the playoffs. So we have the Raptors absolutely killed it. Bucks absolutely killed it. Celtics, not as great, but still really solid. Brooklyn Nets, Hornets, Pacers, and then 76ers and Knicks. And then the people who didn't make it, Wizards. They barely didn't make it, though. I think that was it there. And then who else didn't make it? Spurs? I told you, man. I told you. They give Spurs no love. The fuck was the other team? What? Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, I miscounted. I'm an idiot. Okay, so it was just those two teams. Let's look at season stats for these guys. Bill Russell put up 16, 13, but he was the Defensive Player of the Year. George Mikan, 21 and 12. For the Celtics, Hakeem, 22, 12 and a half. Shaq, 22 and 12. Bill Walton, 21 and 12. Kareem, 24 and 13. Moses Malone, 23 and 15. Wilt, 28 and a half and 14. Dude's a fucking menace. David Robinson, 23 and 11 and a half. Patrick Ewing, 22 and 13 and a half. And then back to Bill Russell. So, none of this means anything yet. It all depends who wins the finals. I'm putting Raptors, Celtics in the conference finals, And I mean, obviously, I think the Clippers and Golden State's going to make the conference finals. But Lakers, who knows? Simulate the first round of the playoffs. Let's see what happens. Both of them make it through in the West. Brooklyn up. I guess they didn't really upset Charlotte, and I didn't think Charlotte was going to be that good. So that's whatever. Simulate the next round of the playoffs. See what happens. Toronto. I was about to say Toronto won. Toronto lost. There's no shot. I added all these centers back, and the Nets and Lakers still make the finals. The Clippers and Celtics have to make the finals. They have to. They absolutely have to. They have to. Please, Hakeem, you were my pick from the start. Do not upset me. Shaq, literally destroy the Lakers, please. Simulate the round. Oh my god. It's all up to Shaq, Kawhi, and Paul George. Fucking please. Please do not let the Nets win this finals. If they do, every simulation now is going to be without Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving because it's pissing me off. Let's go. We swept them, bitch. Kawhi Leonard dropped 30 and 6 and 5. 3.5 steals a game, 43% shooting. You know? Yeah, y'all did all right, but y'all couldn't stop us. Shaq in the playoffs, 23 and 12.5. Killed it. Killed it. Let's go, baby. Kawhi, game time. Game time. Game time. Those numbers aren't happening in real life, but it's game time, baby. Let's go. Fuck you, Nets. We win it. I'm happy. I'll see you guys in the next video.